So, have you heard of Adam and Eve? Yeah, the whole thing about the apple. Well, it wasn't an apple really, it was a fruit, but I'm sure you've heard of Garden of Eden and you've heard of Adam and Eve. So what's this female test nonsense that we're going to talk about? Well, think about this. The first original, symbolically, I'm not talking about historical accuracy here, but certainly symbolically we can use the whole Adam and Eve story to sort of get some guidance in terms of what these tests are. Now, if you think about a tree, if you think about the serpent, if you think about the Garden of Eden, what you're going to notice is that really we can talk about this concept that the fall of man really resulted from this original, we call it the original sin, it's the original test really, if you will. So Eve is tempted by the serpent. Now, you're going to get all these feminists saying, oh yeah, well, women are always sort of demonized in the Bible. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about sort of symbolic representation. Let's say that Eve is being tempted by the serpent. The serpent says, eat this bloody fruit because it looks good and juicy. And Eve is actually a little bit unsure. And who does she go to? Well, she goes to Adam, who's obviously symbolically the first man. And she says, take a bite of this because it looks damn good. And I would like to take a bite, but I'm a woman and I'm a little bit scared. So how about you take a bite? So if you can't swallow, that's your own problem. Well, that's exactly what happens. Adam is really, really pussy whipped. And of course, he likes Eve a lot. They've been together. So he takes a bite. Boom, what happens? Obviously, fall of men. This is going to be really interesting because I'm going to talk about this kind of serpent method of manipulation further down the line. But right now, let's talk more about these tests. If a comment is made by the girl that you like, obviously you will experience anxiety. One of the interesting things that I'm going to say, which again, you're not going to hear anywhere else, is that anxiety is basically lack of operational information. Now, what does that mean? When we experience lack of information about an event or a situation, we are going to experience anxiety as a result. Now, you were sure that she was interested because she's made that sort of sarcastic comment on yourself, on the way you look, how much you earn. All of that is going to cause you to experience a sense of lack of information. A bunch of what ifs are going to come into your mind. What if she's lost attraction? What if she doesn't like me? All of these what ifs we call hypothetical worries. And all of these what ifs are going to cause you to essentially experience an anxiety snowball kind of effect where you become more and more anxious, more and more reactive, and less responsive. You become less able to stand firm in your ground and kind of being able to retort in a way that's conducive to her developing more attraction. If there was a girl that you actually did not give a crap about, that would be different, because somebody that you're not invested in emotionally, you're not going to become reactive simply because you're not particularly interested. A lot of people in the sort of pickup community, they talk about this kind of agree and amplify, try and look sarcastic, try and look like you don't give a crap. And that has a foundation of truth to it. But actually what you want to understand is that these tests in social dynamic are actually deliberate attempts to trigger you emotionally. Once you can understand this, and once you can understand the simple fact that they're being thrown your way because there's an underlying sense of emotional investment in you. A lot of people, if they don't like you or don't care about you, they're going to be indifferent to you. If you see a girl that you like, and if you get a sense that you're being tested as such, the first thing you want to know is it's being done deliberately, and it's actually a great sign of interest in you. Because if she didn't care, she wouldn't waste any time in you, she wouldn't invest any energy in you. So once you develop this sense of awareness, you can actually manipulate the interaction in a way that's conducive to you coming out as having the upper hand and the other person losing more and more ground. I really hope that you found value in this video, and as I always say, try and like and subscribe because this will really help me sort of to grow and expand the video. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to catch you soon. I'm going to talk more about these things, so don't you worry, I've got more information coming your way. Thank you.